to the big fat quiz of telly. It's a TV show about TV shows. All we need now is for this TV show to be talked about on the TV show Gogglebox, and the whole world will fold in upon itself. Let's meet the teams. It looks like the Mitchell brothers have been at the Ozempic. They're a couple of good eggs. It's Harry Hill and Tom Allen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You do have the air of sort of the before photo from a Turkish lab.
Yeah.
Yes, and you being the after, presumably.
Oh, yes.
If we put our heads together, we look like a builder's bum.
Oh, yes.
You like that?
Nice.
Thanks.
I've got a feeling that somewhere in a Wetherspoons there's a hen night, 2 ladies down, because they're here with us. It's Judy Love and Joanne McNally. What are you whispering about?
No, she's spinning my
Trying to figure out
fingers.
what the smell in her fingers is.
What do you think it might be?
I thought it might be fish.
No, it was kebab and onions.
OK, well, that concludes our Smell My Finger round. Our final team, she's a talented, charismatic actress, and he is sitting next to her, Susan Wokoma and Sam Campbell. Wow.
We've got a great team.
Got a great team.
What do you think of our outfits, Jimmy?
Your outfits?
Yes.
I mean, it's a shame they didn't have that jacket in your size, but I like it. It's a big fat quiz of telly. Favourite TV villains and heroes? Have you got any, Harry?
Well, Hitler did some bad things.
That is...
I mean, he was on TV all the time in the early 40s, but then it seemed to dry up until the advent of Channel 5. Then, he was on virtually every night.
It's going to be tough to beat for everyone else. Sam, favourite...
Oh, don't get me started, Jimmy.
OK, that's enough from Sam.
For villain, I'd say Paula Venables from the post office scandal.
OK, well, I asked AI to imagine you in classic TV genres. Here's what AI came up with. So this is Judy and Joanne. 2 girls, 1 cop came up with. I think, Judy, you're the cop in this, and you've brought your friend along, who's got a bit of a drinking problem, but she's good with true crime.
I think AI was being PC, and they made sure I was the cop and you was the drunk.
Yeah. Fair.
Susan and Sam, let's take a look at yours. We've gone with... somehow thought you would be suitable for children.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
I don't trust
Definitely...
the AI stuff. Do you know what I mean? I saw someone had made a fake article of you recently, a fake AI.
Right.
Where they made it look like you performed at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. in Saudi Arabia.
No, that was...
I said, our Jimmy wouldn't do that.
Oh, I would.
Do that.
This guy.
I so would. Harry, Tom, let's have a look at you. It's a great...
That's great.
It's a great title as well, Eggs on the Beach.
Oh, yes. Sizzling hot eggs, yeah.
Harry, you're jacked.
Harry.
Can we have that printed off?
You're
Can
on
we
the
get it laminated, made into table mats?
Why have I got that outfit on? Why
Because you're
can't I have the
wearing
sexy...
that outfit now.
Why can't I have the sexy Harry Hill outfit on?
Yeah.
Rather than the... I'm even wearing Veruca socks.
All right, have you got team names? Harry, Tom, what's your team name this evening?
I thought hair balding.
Very good TV name, Hair Balding. Very good. Judy, Joanne?
Well, we've gone with taking into consideration everything that we have to offer. And Judy's from Jamaica, I'm from Ireland. We're about women. We said we go with the Jamairish labias.
Yeah, she's the inside, I'm the outside.
I don't really know what that is.
You came out of one, Tom.
I think that's probably the last time he was in one.
Yeah.
Susan, Sam, what's your team name?
Sam, go for it. What's our name?
Look, it's Susan Wokoma and Sam Campbell as well.
Yeah, that's not going to fit on our screen, so we're going to need to sub that down somewhat.
Susan and Sam.
Which makes you feel like children's entertainers again, but OK.
Fair enough then. Go on then.
Yeah, it's good. OK, right, let's go on with the show. Our first round is all about telly's memorable moments. In 1985, Live Aid was watched by over 1.5 billion people. It featured the biggest names in music, as well as the Boomtown Rats, because they thought of the idea. It's a bit like when you get a game of footy in the park, because it's your ball.
I mean, that Live Aid, it may have got 1.5 billion viewers, but it didn't get a series.
Yeah, good point, well made. In 2005, Doctor Who got a reboot after 16 years off our screens. The Doctor woke up with a completely different face. Well, I know what that's like. All right, our first round of questions. OK, TV's memorable moments. Here we go. First question. Oh, well, for our first question, it's over to friend of the show, Jack Whitehall.
Hi, Jimmy. My new TV show, Malice, is full of big family secrets, much like EastEnders. But in 2001, the square was rocked by a family revelation, resulting in one of the most iconic moments. Zoe Slater shouted, "You can't tell me what to do, you ain't my mother!" But what was Cat Slater's response?
How come he gets to video his questions and we have to turn up?
It doesn't seem fair, does it? OK. So Jack wants to know what Cat Slater infamously said in response to "You ain't my mother."
Really? Yeah.
OK. Back in 2015, newsreader and friend of the show, Jon Snow, was cascaded into a very, very dark place and left frightened and paranoid, all whilst being filmed by Channel 4. Why? So back in 2015, newsreader and friend of the show, Jon Snow, was cascaded into a very, very dark place. Why? OK? Of course, it wouldn't be the big fat quiz without an appearance from the children of Mitchellbrook Primary School performing one of their unconventional school plays. Take a look.
Welcome to the jungle, celebrities! Yay! You're alive, so don't be naughty. We're hungry.
Would you like some creepy coolies?
No! Fish Guts milkshake?
It's time for a challenge.
But for who?
Dom.
Hello? It's not you.
For you.
Sean. It's not you. You twisted my melon, man. Stacy. OMG! It's not you. Yay!
Gillian.
It's you. Oh, no, not again.
Oh, no. I don't feel very well.
Uh-oh. See you after the break. Get me out of here!
Yeah. OK, that was, of course, Gillian McKeith fainting on I'm a Celebrity back in 2010. She got in trouble earlier in the series for smuggling contraband, such as salt, soup, tea bags and stock cubes, into the camp. How did she smuggle them in? That's what I want to know. How did she smuggle contraband into the camp?
Yeah.
Named as one of the greatest Simpsons episodes ever, Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1 ended on a cliffhanger. Betting odds were even released on the shooter's identity. All I want to know is, who shot Mr. Burns?
Yeah. Go for it.
OK, you ready for answers?
Yeah.
All right, first round of answers, OK. So Jack Whitehall wanted to know what Cat Slater said to Zoe Slater. What was it?
Yes, I am.
I absolutely am.
Yes, I am.
You think it was, yes, I absolutely am.
No, we're locking in. Yes, I am.
Yes,
I am your mother.
You're locking that in, are you?
Wait, you ain't my mother? The reply was,
Yes,
yes, I am.
I've got to be.
No,
Nail that.
We can get tests done, I swear.
Absolutely.
We're blood.
No,
We're blood, Cat Slater. We're blood.
Ignore this man.
Yes, I am. OK, Judy, Joanne, did you get this?
Yeah, we said, yes, I am.
What did you spell there?
Mother. That was...
Mudder.
We was talking about it, because yes, I am is what we were saying. And then I was saying, obviously, if I said it, I'd be like, your mother! In,
Right. I will give you that. Harry, Tom?
We just thought maybe she suddenly became very inquisitive and said, I beg your pardon.
Would that be possible?
Would that be possible, that she'd just be so taken aback? You ain't my mother. I beg your pardon.
No points. OK. OK, I asked you why Jon Snow was left frightened and paranoid. What did you put?
Was he in Celebrity Naked Attraction for Children in Need? I'm sure I saw that, and it was the one with Nicola Sturgeon and Richard Osman.
Oh.
And...
Oh, that paints a picture, doesn't it?
Well, that was the problem, because the thing went up, and normally the first bit it goes up just to reveal the technical details.
I like to call them the technical details.
Yeah, but it cleared Nicola Sturgeon completely. And only revealed Richard Osman's knees. So she ran out and tried to push his up, and it went up, and she got taken up, and she ended up on his shoulders. But it did raise a lot of money for charity.
Is the correct answer.
Is that right?
Well, actually, it's not what I've got on the card, but I think we all remember where we were when we saw that. What did you put? Judy, Joanne?
When he said I think he was doing a doc about drugs and he was high as a kite.
OK, Susan, Sam?
Yeah, we said he smoked marijuana and went nuts.
Yeah.
And he was like doing the news, and he was just like, let's just put on some music, man. Like, let's just relax.
OK, so points, no points.
Oh, what? This is really rigged against us.
Yeah.
It really is.
Just because we don't watch Channel 4.
Yeah, he got stoned on skunk on Channel 4's Drugs Live.
I love someone getting high whilst wearing cufflinks.
OK. I asked you how Gillian McKeith smuggled contraband into I'm a Celebrity back in 2010. Did you get this, Susan, Sam?
Yeah, I think so. I've never watched I'm a Celebrity, but I will probably be asked to be on it next year, and I'll say yes because it's your cost of living. So I do culturally know it, and I think she smuggled it into her pants. But then you listed all the items, and that's a lot of items. And she is a wee lady.
Yeah, we believe she got some sort of, maybe a scientist to create custom-designed undergarments. So we think it was like a custom job. Like...
Joanne, Judy, what did you put?
Well, I thought first it was vaginally, as one would.
Yeah.
That's how I carry things in emergencies.
I believe we call that the prison pocket.
The prison.
Nature's pocket.
Yeah.
Nature's pocket.
My nan, actually, when she was in prison, she did smuggle a phone in, you know, in that... And it was a bit uncomfortable for her, because it was a landline.
Why was she incarcerated and sent to prison?
It was a white-collar crime. Stuff went missing at work.
Quite a big collar, was it? All right, so, Joanne, Judy, what did you... You didn't give us your answer.
No, we talked it through and said knickers.
Yeah.
Knickers. OK, so knickers, smuggled in specially made pants, and you've gone for...
We thought maybe that she smuggled it in Nigel Havers. Because he was in the jungle at the same time.
Oh, is it?
And he is a notorious mule.
Well, let's take a look.
I smuggled in rock salt for the meat eaters in my knickers. I smuggled the herbal mix that I prepared myself in my knickers. Miso soup, smuggled in my knickers. This is celery, garlic, several nettle tea bags, cumin powder, miso liquid, miso powder. OK, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 herbal cubes. Oh, another herbal stock cube. I smuggled the celery and garlic powder in my knickers.
She loves things with a Japanese flair, clearly. She's got so much miso up herself, she's like Kyoto.
Famously, she smuggled them in her knickers. OK.
Damn.
All right. I wanted to know who shot Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. Who did you think?
Well, we used just a stab in the dark. We put Marge Simpson.
Yeah, we
didn't
put Marge Simpson, why not?
Just trying to play along with it.
Yeah, stab in the dark was wrong as well. He was shot. Judy, Joanne, what did you put?
I had suggested the baby did it.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
But we didn't put that down. We conversed and we decided on shopkeeper. That was Judy's suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah.
OK, so you pinned it on the minority. Fine.
I did think that at the time.
Okay.
I was like, he was the only person that stood out to me.
I'm glad Judy said it, not anyone else. I think she's going to be OK. OK, Susan, Sam, what did you think?
I was not allowed to watch it growing up. My parents said that Homer was a bad role model. They were worried I was going to start working at a nuclear power plant.
Yeah, you could have turned out weird.
Anyway, we think it was the baby.
Well, I can tell you, Maggie Simpson is the right answer. It was the baby.
Oh.
OK. So at the end of the first round, let's check in on the scores. So far, Harry and Tom have no points. They've done absolutely nothing so far. Judy and Joanne have got 3 points. Susan and Sam have 4 points. They're in the lead. Time to take a short break. I'm off to smoke a fat one with Jon Snow. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly, or if you're watching this in the future, the quiz about that thing before TikTok. You remember. Our next round is all about game shows. Beast Games, hosted by online star Mr Beast, broke 44 world records, including largest ever cash prize and creepiest looking host. University Challenge is a long-running British quiz show. Of course, these days, the biggest university challenge is finding a job afterwards. If you don't know University Challenge, it's basically just like the Big Fat Quiz of Telly, but with annoying, unfuckable boffins.
Not like us. No way.
All right, time for some questions. For our first question, it's over to chasers Sean Wallace and Jenny Ryan.
Hi, Jimmy. The Chase has been on our screens for 16 years now, and all of us Chasers have had iconic nicknames from the start.
I'm the Vixen.
And I'm the Dark Destroyer.
But can your teams name 2 of our fellow Chasers' nicknames?
OK.
Oh, that's a tough
So that was the Dark Destroyer and the Vixen. They just want you to name 2 other chasers.
Yeah.
All right, in 2016, Snoop Dogg appeared on the US version of Family Fortunes, Family Feud. He was playing against boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard. Here is a list of the top answers. What was the question? Call the cops, laugh, beat his old ass, toss it, flush it, yell, scold him, ask for a hit.
Sugar's a very camp name for a boxer, isn't it? What sort of gloves does he wear? Oven gloves?
Well, they're competing for gloves and a belt, so, yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? What do they get if they do really well? A handbag.
OK. Take a look at these contestants. All I want to know is, what have they all just done? OK. The Traitors has been one of the biggest TV hits in recent years, and the celebrity version saw Alan Carr murder in plain sight. He killed off Celia Emery by raising a toast and reciting a particular line. What was that line? If you've not seen it, spoiler. All right, let's see how you got on. So Sean Wallace and Jenny Ryan asked you to name 2 of their fellow chasers. Sam, who do you think the chasers
We
were?
just tried to say heaps and hoped that we got a couple.
OK, go on. What have you got?
We got the Cinnamon, the Termite, the Beast, the Vampire, the Hypnotist.
OK, the Cinnamon is right, and...
Oh, and another one.
And another one.
Oh, the Beast.
The Beast?
The Beast.
Yeah.
He's
You
so...
got 2 right.
Yeah.
You got 2 right. Joanne, Judy, did you get these?
Yeah, of course. We've got Jet and Storm.
Different show.
Oh.
You know, different show, same show. You know, TV, copy and paste. Let's go.
Tom, Harry, what did you put?
The thing with these names is you want to have something quite scary, don't you? If I had a chaser name, I think I'd be known as, like, the Mincer or the Gardener. Or if I wanted to be really scary, it would be something like the GP's receptionist. Frightening, wouldn't it? You'd be frightened.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand. It's something that happens in the National Health Service, Jimmy.
Hi. Never used it. Didn't pay in, not taken out.
We had a few thoughts about who they could be. We weren't sure, though.
We weren't sure, but we went for Gary and Sheila.
OK. You could have had The Menace, the Beast, the Cinnamon, and the Governess. OK, I asked you for the question that gave us these answers in Snoop Dogg's Family Feud episode. What do you think? What was the question?
Things you'd say to your husband if he told you he got someone else pregnant. Laugh, call the cops, ask for a hit.
Yeah.
OK, Susan, Sam?
So
This was a tough one.
it was a tough one. Go on.
Well, if we know Snoop, it's what would you say if an old man was rude to you?
Yeah. And it applies to beat his old ass, laugh, call the cops, yell, scold him. But yes, toss it, flush it, ask for a hit. That's where we lost it.
OK.
That works. If an old man is rude to me, sometimes I'll just toss it and flush it.
Be warned, Harry. Harry, Tom.
We thought maybe it was the track listing for the new Lily Allen album.
I can tell you the answer was, name something Grandma might do if she caught Grandpa smoking marijuana.
Oh.
It's very specific.
What, the correct answer? Yeah.
Yeah.
They
We
are,
might
aren't they?
take a half point for this one, Jimmy.
You might take a half point. Oh,
Yeah.
might you?
I've got to drive, just a half.
OK, I asked you what these 3 contestants had just done on TV.
Well, we said, miss the sale at Oak Furniture Lounge.
It is good.
It doesn't come around very often.
That doesn't work. I mean, it works for the one on the right and the one in the centre,
Yeah.
but the guy on the left looks like he just made it.
Yeah,
Judy, Joanne, have you got this?
Well, we put one money.
One
I mean,
money, OK.
The facial expression is only money that's going to make... Well, there's other things, but I
Oh,
think...
one money, yeah.
We knew we were being tricked into saying orgasming.
Yeah. So that's the first face.
The second guy looks like he's climaxing on his own. They look like they're
Yeah, the second guy looks like he's looking at his own work.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you can clap. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sam, Susan, what have you gone with?
Well, we've gone that they've all just won $1 million
Yeah.
on probably, you know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something.
That's exactly the right
That's
answer.
exactly.
So points, no points.
Smashed it.
I asked you what line Alan Carr repeated to kill Celia Emery on Celebrity Traitors. What did you all put?
We went, you're dead now.
You think he said on Celebrity Traitors, when he killed someone on the show, famously the show about bluffing, you're dead now? You think maybe that might have given it away a bit?
Sometimes you are given a task, right? And just when you've got to sip a drink or something. So he might have sipped a drink and went, "You're dead now, bitch."
Harry, Tom, what did you put?
If it's Celia Imrie, why have you put a photograph of Cliff Richard up?
I mean, she is a dear friend of mine, and I apologise, but that is very funny.
But in short, the answer is...
was it Smelt It, Dealt It?
No, it was not Smelt It, Dealt It. Sam, what did you write?
To part is such sweet sorrow, my ladyship.
Is he right?
He is right, yeah.
Thick.
The answer is party is such sweet sorrow. OK, time now for a bonus round, and to host it, please welcome TV legend Levi Roots. Now, obviously you made your name on Dragon's Den.
I did, yes.
With,
yeah.
you went in there with Reggae Sauce.
I did, yeah.
How'd you do?
Well, I remember going on, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. I said to the producer that I wanted to sing on the show, and they said, nobody had ever sang on the show before.
Right, because
And
it's
so
Dragon's Den.
I said, because it's Dragon's Den, this is an enterprise, and what the fuck are you doing with the guitar on the show? I took a look at
Valid
the Dragon...
questions, I'm on their side.
So I took one look at the guitar, and I just started, it's so nice, I had to name it twice. I call it reggae sauce. And I saw Duncan Bannatyne sitting on the right, and I thought, let me have a look to see if the music is doing the business. And I saw him doing a little white man's jig on his desk. And
What are those white
that's
men
when I
like?
knew. I know. And that's when I thought I knew I had them. It's been fantastic.
It has been good, right? It's been like, it's the biggest hit. It's the biggest hit.
I'm seeing my man over there, Harry, because he's the first one who invited me on a TV show afterwards.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
Respect,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, I never saw that any of that money.
Harry, I think you was the first person to let me do stand-up as well on your show.
Yes, I'm a benefactor of the arts.
I get it. I get it, Harry. That's very nice. No, we all make mistakes. Don't worry about it. Now, Levi, you've got a question for us.
I have indeed, yes. I have indeed. Well, yes. Well, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 iconic dishes from some of the biggest sitcoms of all times. And you guys need to write down the shows which they're from.
We're going to give you the dishes. You've just got to name the sitcom they are from.
I say.
Okay.
It's a veritable feast. Oh, thank you.
It's a feast, isn't it?
Oh, trust us to get that one.
Okay, so you've got your dishes.
Yeah.
Feel free to tuck in.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Teams, write down what shows you think these dishes are for. I'm looking for 3 answers.
3 answers.
Tom, are you trying that?
Don't worry, I've got all the layers in my trifle.
Well, you've made that sound filthy.
Is that minced meat?
It's mint. It's like
With
the sweet and then the
custard.
savoury. Which...
Joanne, can you hold up the jelly so people can
Sure.
see?
There's a stapler in it. There's some, yeah.
Yeah, that's very much the clue.
Oh.
It's real jelly.
I'm sorry, you weren't expecting that somehow, Judy.
Not to feel... Oh.
It's very... it's very jellyish.
Yeah, and that is
That's
the...
really good.
Well, maybe you should get yours done. So write down the sitcom it's from. You've got to write all 3
All
down.
3?
All 3. So the trifle with meat and peas in it, the jelly with the stapler in it, and what have you got, Sam? Susan?
Loads of curry.
100 stuff.
Yeah, you've got chicken boona, lamb boona,
Yeah.
prawn boona, mushroom rice,
Oh, I know.
bag of chips, keema naan, 9 poppadoms, and a sagaloo. Could you hold it so the others can see it?
yeah. Don't tip it, though.
I've still... So a huge curry.
That is
Why is that getting a round of applause? I'm sorry, but that's very patronising to Sam Campbell. He's a grown man.
We love to see the curry again.
Judy, Joanne, what have you written? What 3 sitcoms?
Well, I would recognise that dish anywhere. That is the one that Rachel and Friends made because the 2 pages of the recipe book got stuck together or something, and she made half a shepherd's pie and half a trifle.
Nice.
And all the friends ate it to be sound.
bit far-fetched.
Nice.
R1
Okay.
is The Office. Yeah?
Okay.
It's just that simple.
The Office.
Got in there. And the last one, Joanne?
Well, when you listed out all the boonas, I realised it's from Gavin Stacey when James Corden won't share his boona.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yeah.
All 3. Susan, Sam, did you get all 3?
OK, so I was struggling with the curry because I was like, that could be any TV show because that's what that was about. Then you listed everything, and then I was like, Gavin and Stacey. And then Sam got The Office with jelly, and he also suggested The Royal Wedding, which we realise is for the trifle. We realise that's not a sitcom.
Isn't it?
Exactly.
Have you seen the episode with Andrew? Hilarious.
But 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 is not bad. OK, did you get these, Tom, Harry?
We got Friends.
Oh.
We got Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah.
And then Harry said...
There was the sitcom stapler in a jelly.
I don't know what's that supposed to mean. I'm stuck here with these people all night. You're fine. You just get to turn up, ask a question, then you get to go off to your fabulous life. I'm stuck here for the whole evening with these.
Yeah, it serve you right. Yeah.
It does serve you right. All right, let's take a look and see what that's done to the scores. OK, so what? Miraculously, Harry and Tom now have 2 points. That is something.
All right, come on.
Judy and Joanne have 7 in the lead. Susan and Sam with 9 points. Halving is such sweet sorrow, but we've got to say goodbye and thank you to Levi Root. See you in 5. Thanks for coming, man. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly, the show that tells you how much of your life you've spent not really having a life. This next round is all about reality TV. Married at First Sight began in 2015 and involves perfect strangers being married off to each other. It's essentially people trafficking, but in a fun way. Below Deck, or as I like to call it, Geordie Offshore. If you've never seen it, imagine the film Titanic, but you're rooting for the iceberg. All right, you ready for reality questions?
Yes.
Here we go, OK. A highlight of RuPaul's Drag Race is the Snatch Game, which wasn't what I thought it was at all. Where the contestants do their best celebrity impressions. I'm going to show you 3 drag queen impressions of iconic TV stars. All you need to do is tell me who they're impersonating. Here's the first one.
I was on a flight back from Ibiza yesterday.
That's in Spain, right?
I think.
Yes.
I just go to sleep with a couple pills, wake up, and DJ.
What songs do you like to play when you're DJing?
I honestly just press play and hope for the best.
OK, so who's that? And you just write down your answers. I'll show you the next one.
I'm claustrophobic, Darren! They don't get it! I'm claustrophobic!
I know, darling. So happy you're here.
OK, final one.
I'd love nothing more than roasting a chorizo, letting the fresh oils drip seductively down my breast. I lap up the fluids from the South Spoon. It's in the new book, darling.
Sounds spoony.
OK, for our next question, it's over to BBC Breakfast, Naga Munchetti.
Hi, Jimmy. As a journalist, it's hard to ignore the impact the Kardashian families had since their reality show first aired back in 2007. A term was coined to describe the matriarch of the show, Kris Jenner, a term she herself even filed to trademark back in 2015. What was it?
OK. She wants to know what term was given to Kris Jenner that Kris Jenner then tried to trademark.
I realised quite early on that I wasn't able to keep up with the Kardashians.
Next question in this round. BBC Three's Don't Tell the Bride gives the groom full control over planning his wedding. Most of the weddings had weird themes. Can you guess the themes for these 3 weddings? OK, here's the first one. What theme is that?
Oh.
All right, let's have the next one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Excellent.
Great theme for a wedding. And the last one.
Oh, my God.
OK.
I should point out there that that is not Tom and Harry in the foreground. Finally, which show finds contestants $3,000 for kissing, $5,000 for touching and grinding, and a whopping $20,000 for sex?
What? I know what show it is. It's on there.
Can I tell you what he just said?
What I was going to say?
He just said, call the midwife.
Don't reveal our secrets when we're still planning.
All right, you ready for some answers?
Yeah.
All right, I asked you to identify 3 Snatch Game impressions. What did you all put?
Well, we had Mary Berry.
You thought the first one was
Mary
Berry.
But then we also thought the second one was Mary Berry.
Interesting, just different interpretations.
Yeah.
Yeah, OK. And then the third one, I'm going to guess...
Paul Hollywood.
OK, Judy, did you get this?
Paris Hilton.
OK. You think Paris Hilton?
Gemma Collins. And...
Well, we actually wrote Nigel because we ran out of space, but we...
Nigella.
Nigella, OK. Susan, Sam?
We went for Paris Hilton, Gemma Collins, and Nigella Lawson, a TV chef of much renown. Who wrote that bit?
I know, maybe...
I just love to add my little garnish after Susan gets the questions right.
Let's take a look. That's Gottmik as Paris Hilton. That's Kitty's Got Claws as Gemma Collins.
Not Mary Berry.
And Oliver Day as Nigella Lawson. Judy, do you want any drag names?
I feel like my name is already a drag name. It's already up there.
Yeah, Judy Love, like, it's fairly draggy.
Yeah.
It's already up there is good also.
I think mine would be Joanna Restraining Order.
Oh, that's really
Nice.
fun, yeah.
Held her down.
I would just be misogyny. I think I nail it. Question 2. All right. We asked you what term did Kris Jenner try to trademark in 2015? What did you all get?
We thought one word, famsploiter, someone who exploits their family for money.
It's very close. It's so almost nearly right. Judy, Joanne?
I thought it might have been... Do you remember they used to make that noise? They used to do that all the time to each other. Do you know that Paris Hilton successfully trademarked "That's hot"? You know that she used to always say "That's hot."
How much do you owe her for saying that twice?
Well, that's what I mean. Does she just shoot down through the roof and take a tenner? I don't understand how it works. How can you trademark "That's hot"? You have no weather reports. I don't get it.
This is Paris Hilton, yeah?
Yeah.
A little bird told me that her family owns a very successful hotel chain.
Great knowledge there. OK. Susan, Sam, did you get this?
So Sam thinks... Read yours then.
Octomum.
OK, cool.
You think the Kardashians' mother had 8 Kardashians in one go?
Kim, Courtney, Chloe, Cameron.
I tried to do
Let's
this.
Get crazy. Kelly.
And Sam, there he is.
Okay. And I went for momager, like as in a marmager, as in manager.
Correct answer.
Am I right?
Yeah, momager.
If you reckon.
Even after I got it right, he's like, what? Do you not think that's right? It's right.
Let's see. Take it to the... Yeah, let's take it upstairs.
I asked you to guess the theme of these Don't Tell the Bride weddings. Any ideas? So the top one there, what do you think?
Well, actually, no, I think it's Scott and Charlene a bit.
Yeah, Scott and Charlene.
But we put Crocodile Dundee.
I think it's Jason and Kylie, but what I meant was... that.
Jason and Kylie, neighbours.
Neighbours.
Susan, Sam?
Sam went with...
Oh, white people.
was the theme.
I can tell you that was Neighbours theme.
Oh, yeah!
You get points, Judy and Joanne. OK, the next one, let's have a look.
House on the Prairie.
You thought that was Little House on the Prairie. OK, famous for its top hats. Yeah, why not?
Harry said Northern.
Well, only because they've got like an Anton decogram.
Oh, yeah, on the left, yeah.
Susan, Sam, what did you put?
We've gone for like Jane Austen, but yeah, but I think it's more like Charles Dickens.
OK, no,
like, OK, Jane Austen.
I'll give you a point for that, yeah. OK, last one.
We went with X-Files.
You went with X-Files. Very close, not right, but close. What did you get? Tom, Harry?
We thought it was Jeff Bezos' wedding, and that's his baby.
OK. I sort of don't want to ask, but Susan, Sam, what have you got?
Scientology.
OK, so it was Men in Black themed, that wedding.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh,
What?
So it was Neighbours, Pride and Prejudice, and Men in Black. OK, so I asked you what show had a fine list for sexual interactions. What did you all put?
Morning Live.
Sam, Susan, what did you put?
Big Brother.
Big Brother, but like someone did have sex under a table in Big Brother, didn't they?
What?
At one point.
And Kinga famously...
Oh, yes, she put a bottle
Yeah.
in a thing, yeah.
OK. Judy, Joanne?
Well, I think I've seen this, and I think it was a dating show on one of them streamers, and I think it's something like Hot to Handle, Too Hot to Handle, something like that.
Netflix, Too Hot to Handle?
Yeah.
Is the right answer.
Ooh.
If you've not seen it, the show revolves around a group of singletons placed together in a house while being forbidden from any kissing, sexual content or masturbation, with the prize money getting reduced if any rule is broken.
Is this over a limited time period, or is it for life?
This is for life. This is for life, yeah. Time now for a special bonus round. I'm going to show you 3 iconic moments of reality TV which have all been subtly improved. All you need to do is tell me the show, OK? So we'll do these one at a time. So here's the first one.
So, I don't think you actually ever genuinely liked me at all.
OK.
like, for example, like Tommy and Molly stay up all night chatting in bed. You literally, like, give me a quick kiss, turn over, go to sleep. In the morning, if someone likes you, they want to have a cuddle in bed with you in the morning.
I know, and I also want to be the person who gets up and makes everyone a coffee so everyone's ready for the morning.
Okay.
That is, of course, me 2 operations time. OK, so what is that TV show? Have you all got something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK, let's have a look. Susan, Sam, what have you got?
I put Love Ishland and then realised that was wrong and put Love Island.
OK, Judy and Joanne?
Love Island.
Harry, Tom?
Ground Force.
There's a lot of decking, isn't there?
There's a lot of decking there. A lot of people have that done in their garden now.
Well, let's take a look. There I am. Oh. No, it was me as Supunk Curtis in a cringe-worthy moment from Love Island. OK?
That was you.
I didn't even know that was you.
That's not the face I've got on today, but that's another one I've got at home. Here's the second one. This is a treat.
Right, honey, so what kind of design would you like?
I don't want, like, a block. Yeah, do it, like, along here.
Like little ones.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have, like, just, like, scattered?
Just do, like...
Sexy scattered.
Start off, then just do what you think looks good.
So I'm not good at art.
Just... No, I trust you. Go on, just do what you can.
OK. Okay. Oh, honey, I hope this looks OK. Can you see that's the first one? Is that pretty?
Yes, lovely.
It took me so long to film that, and fuck me, it itches. OK, what have you all written? What have you gone with?
The Only Way is Essex.
And then what's that, a...
Would you like to explain your illustration?
I think my art speaks for itself.
Cool.
OK, Judy, Joanne?
It is the iconic vajazzling scene in The Only Way is Essex.
OK, Harry, Tom? What have you guys gone with there?
Holby City.
A couple of things. Not the right answer, and I'm surprised you didn't crack onto this earlier, Harry, but, you know, as a former doctor, but Holby City, not a reality show.
What?
What?
You're a former doctor.
I am, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, what's up?
I bet you was a good doctor, though.
I'd imagine you'd be a great doctor.
Make people feel
Well, that's what I said at the tribunal.
All right, that was me getting a very classy and very sophisticated vajazzle on The Only Way is Essex. OK, here is your last one. I mean, enjoy yourself.
I don't really care if you like him or not. You don't have to sleep with him. You don't have to vacation with him. You don't have to do anything with him.
I didn't say bad things about Brooke. I said I don't think that he's good for you.
How do you know what's good for me?
That's my opinion!
Susan, Sam, what do you got?
It's got to be Real Housewives.
Of...
Exactly. This is where we got stumped.
She sets him up, I knock him down. Lester.
OK, Judy?
Well, yeah, we thought it was Real Housewives, but of Orange County.
Of Orange County, OK. And Harry and Tom, you've almost certainly got this. What do you go with?
We said Spice World the movie.
Were we warm?
What?
Yeah.
Or...
Loose women, we thought, maybe.
Not my loose women.
OK, that was a tense and instantly memeable moment from Real Housewives of Orange County. Point to you. So let's have a look and see what that's done to the scores. Harry and Tom are racing ahead with 2. Judy and Joanne have 15 just ahead. Susan and Sam with 16.
Oh,
Now, I want to crack on with hosting this show, but I also want to be the type of person that makes everyone a coffee so they can get ready for the next part. So I don't have time for a cuddle. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly, the show that's not afraid to ask the big questions. Questions like, has anyone seen the remote? This next round is all about people who have graced our TV screens over the years. Bear Grylls is a man who eats bugs, sleeps outside and drinks his own urine. He's what they call in Glasgow middle class. Lorraine Kelly presents her own TV show on ITV. I'm not going to say she's a MILF, but if Lorraine Kelly was my mum, I'd still be going home every Sunday night for bath night.
Oh, my God.
OK, time for more questions. For our first question, it's over to Nitro from Gladiators.
Hi, Jimmy. As a gladiator, I've got to make sure I'm always in peak condition. It takes a great diet to fuel these muscles. In 2007, a man called Danny Andrews appeared on Babyface Bodybuilders and went viral after revealing his bodybuilding diet. Can you tell me what it was?
So Nitro wants to know the bodybuilders' diet that went viral in Baby-Faced Bodybuilders back in 2007. OK, next question. So I have here doll versions of iconic TV characters. All I want you to do is write down who they are. So here's the first one. Look at that.
Ah.
OK.
Oh, that's very nice.
OK, and then we've got the next one. There he is.
Who the hell is that?
There he is. Who's that is the question. So, yeah, and then I've got...
Oh, OK.
Got that one. OK, does anyone want a closer look?
Bring them over. Come on, let's have a
Can I
look.
take the second one?
You take the second one.
Can I take
I don't know what you're going to do with it. OK, you can have that one then. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that. We'll take very good care of you.
All right, next question. Who is this disguised TV legend? Here he is. Who's that?
Looks like the lineup for Britain's Got Talent if Reform get in.
For the last question in this round, we go across to the esteemed actor Charles Dance, who is reading an extract from a television star's autobiography. All I want to know is, who is the mystery author? Charles.
Chapter 10. Are there really ghosts? Of course there are. There are hundreds of them melts knocking about. They've been around since anyone can remember, and there are thousands of stories and accounts to back up their existence. If the legacy of the ages were not enough to convince you, I have seen a ghost myself. I've had to suffer some diabolical piss-taking over this, but I swear it on my life. I'd gone out tagging with a mate of mine. I was aged about 14 and we had a load of pens and spray cans to mark up the trains that were in the depot in Stratford Yard. You had to bunk over a wall to get in and go under this long alleyway. As we were heading towards the trains, this monk, in full monk's clobber, hood, rope round his waist, the lot, comes walking towards us. Naturally, I shat a brick, but I was too scared even to run away. I just kept walking, kept my nut down, and he went past us. When he'd gone by, I said to my mate, "Did you see that?" He said he had. When we turned round for a pipe, the ghost geezer had gone, vanished into thin air.
Yeah, scary stuff.
no.
OK, who's the mystery author?
Yeah, we got it. Pretty confident.
All right, you ready for answers?
Yeah.
Perfect, OK. First up, Nitro asked you for the bodybuilder's diet that went viral. What do you think? Susan, Sam?
I put a conservative answer, which is eggs.
Eggs.
I said eggs. And
Just eggs.
Right, yeah? Why are you making that sound weird? You haven't heard what he wrote.
OK, let's get to the crazy bit.
Oh, I put eggs as well.
No, you didn't.
I put breast milk from every breast in the world.
Which was weirder.
It does have a lot of protein, if mother is to be believed.
I'm not sure she's your mum.
There's a TV show called I Breastfeed My Boyfriend. Have you seen it?
No.
No.
It's wild.
Have I seen it?
Yeah, grown men. They're like suckling, not like sucking their thumb, I guess, but with milk and on a tit.
Imagine if one breast had just normal milk and the other breast was like sparkling.
Yeah. That's the other kind of milk, isn't it? Sparkling. Sparkling. Because sometimes I fancy a glass of milk, but I think I'll pop that in the soda stream.
Oh, how the other half live.
Joanne, what did you put?
Well, they love their chicken, they love their rice. I put down roids, because I feel like that's...
Steroids.
Steroids, and then Viagra to counteract the steroids. And then you added, for his dessert?
A little ice cream, little twist or a Magnum.
Or a Solero.
OK, Harry, Tom?
Well, we were going very similar lines with the, with the baby bodybuilders, so we put breast
milk in a rusk.
A rusk.
Yeah.
Take the edge off.
They're baby bodybuilders, aren't they?
It's too wet without a rusk.
I seem to remember, though, suddenly, that is it fish and a rice cake? Fish and a rice cake.
Yeah, it's fish and a rice cake. Yeah.
And then later on in the day, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
I'll give you the point, because that is the right answer.
Wait.
OK. Let's take a look at the iconic clip.
In the run-up to any competition, Danny's trainer puts him on a strict diet.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake. I'll train. I'll have me fish. I'll come home, have some more fish with a rice cake, and then have some fish before I go to bed. And then that's it for the day.
What was strange is that he was really lifting his eyes up and trying to think of what the next thing was, which was the same shit he just said, like, 30 seconds ago.
Why didn't he just have a fish cake?
Yeah.
I asked you to name the characters of the dolls on your desks. Did you all get these?
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Susan, Sam?
OK, so the first doll was Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker's version. And the next, I think...
Oh, Doctor Who.
Oh.
Sorry, what did you go with?
We went with historian Lucy Worsley.
She does sometimes wear a coat when she's out and about.
Yeah.
Judy, Joanne, what did you get for that first one?
Doctor Who, innit? Yeah.
Doctor Who, in it. Yeah, OK.
Yeah.
All right, fine, I'll give you that. All right, next one. You'll get this?
Yeah.
OK, what did you go for?
Matthew Kelly.
I can tell you tonight, Harry and Tom, you are incorrect.
You bet.
OK, Judy, Joanne?
Cliff Richard.
Famous TV star.
Well, he's got a microphone.
Yeah, and Cliff is talented. He's done so much different things. But then he did kind of look like a little bit like a talk show person, but we've already written Cliff.
Sam, Susan?
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer's the right answer, of course. There he is. All right, the last one, too easy, right? Tom, Harry, you got this?
Yep.
Russell Kane.
You think it's the Russell Kane...
Doll.
Oh, yeah.
Judy, Joanne, did you get it?
We believe we did. We went with... The Fonz.
Oh, is it not Fonzo?
Oh. We were doing so well.
Fonz.
Susan, Sam?
So I went with the Fonz because that's logical. But then...
What about this? Snake Charmer.
Snake Charmer from what show?
Well, how about we do a scene?
OK, let's do a scene. So the TV show hasn't been on yet, but it's about to be.
Go.
I give you Snake Charmer.
Oh, you are very charming. Snake Charmer, I seriously need you to save the president.
Is this the snake?
Yeah.
And he's talking to him?
Yeah.
They'll fix it in post.
OK, it was the Fonz, of course.
The thing with the Fonz is, right, like, he's supposed to be so cool, isn't he? Hanging around schools, wearing a leather jacket. My neighbour does that. He's all over the local paper.
I asked you who this TV star in disguise was. What did you all put? Harry, Tom, I think we can rely on you for the correct answer.
We thought for a moment Paul Hollywood, but then we settled on Adrian Childs.
OK, Judy, Joanne, what did you put?
It's Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, OK. Susan, Sam, did you get this?
You got it.
Yeah.
It's Gordon.
Gordon.
Not the gopher, the Ramsay.
Oh, we could go.
Jimmy,
we could have
from
that.
time to time, we all don disguises.
That is Gordon Ramsay.
Wow, that's now going to be a catchphrase. OK, it was foul-mouthed TV chef Gordon Ramsay in 24 hours to hell and back.
He's so lovely.
Finally, Charles Dance read an extract from a famous TV star's autobiography. Who was it?
I think it's Danny Dyer.
You think it's Danny Dyer? OK.
I happen to think it's Reg from The Bill.
Okay. I mean...
Judy, Joanne, what did you put?
Well, I thought the writing was quite lofty, so I wrote James Joyce. I kind of zoned out halfway through and I thought it had a Ulysses vibe to it. So if it's Danny Dyer's memoir, I'll be dead.
All right, Tom, Harry?
Well, we put Malala. On reflection, it's probably more likely to be Danny Dyer, but...
Let's go over to Charles Dance and see whether it is Malala or Danny Dyer.
That was an excerpt from Danny Dyer's Life Lessons from the East End.
So close. So close. But you get the points there.
Thank you very much.
OK, time now for a special bonus round. This is the part of the show where I introduce a mystery guest from the world of telly. All you need to do is tell me who they are and how they made their name. But you can only ask yes or no questions. Please welcome my mystery guest. Thank you so much. Okay, they're going to ask you yes or no questions, and then they're going to guess who you are.
Were you in The Bill?
No.
That's me out.
Have you done anything around, like, exercise?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you a gladiator?
No.
No.
Are you dressed up as a character?
Yes.
Animal?
No.
If you pull your boots up, do they unwrinkle?
Yes.
Oh.
What kind of TV? Ask questions about...
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
was it a drama?
No.
Oh, OK.
Is it like entertainment?
Yes.
Was it on ITV?
Yeah.
Right.
OK.
OK.
Did you have your face in view?
No.
Oh.
Was it quite a popular show?
Yes.
A family show?
Yes.
Not a clue.
Write something down.
I can't.
Sam, write something down. We know we can rely on you.
I do think I've got it.
Put your lucky hat on, Sam. That'll help.
Darling, write it down.
If anyone needs a chimney sweep from Peaky Blinders, we have our man.
You watch it.
OK. Have you all written down something?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
OK. So, Sam, what answer did you go with? Let's go with this first.
Basil Brush, the naughty fox.
You think this might be...
Thank you.
Basil Brush, the naughty fox.
Don't applaud him.
OK. Judy and Joanne, you've gone with...
I said blankety blank. I don't know. I was like, maybe she's the check.
The check.
OK. Harry, what do you think?
We have the correct answer.
Which is...
1, 2, 3.
The Cube.
Mystery guest, can you reveal who you are?
My name is Andriana Christofi, and I was the body on the cube.
The body.
OK. The body on the cube. How long were you the body for?
Right from the beginning, for about 7 years.
Wow.
OK, well, let's take a look at you in action.
You must swap the balls so that the red balls are in the red box and the white balls are in the white box within the time limit. Sounds simple, but will you keep your focus under pressure?
Nice work. Nice work.
That's exactly the game we're going to play now. I need a volunteer from each team.
Live by the cube, die by the cube.
The famous catchphrase of the show. OK, let's step into the position then.
Go for it, Ellie.
Joanne, you look like you've actually dressed for this.
I I do actually a little bit. Although I clash with...
Exercise your hands.
Exercise
Oh,
the
yeah.
hands.
Enough talk. Let's cube.
In this game, you have just 10 seconds to swap the balls so that all the red balls are in the red box and all the white balls are in the white box.
10 seconds.
Whoever manages it or manages to swap the most balls wins 5 bonus points. I'm going to count you down from 5. OK, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go on, Sam.
OK, you've got 10 seconds.
Make me proud.
Oh, you are nailing this.
No, it's
You are nailing this.
5,
Oh, wow.
Oh, go on, Sam. Go on, Sam.
2, 1, 0.
Leave that.
Leave it.
OK, I will be the judge of this.
Well, you don't need to be the judge, do you? Don't be a dick about it. Look, obviously I won. Dragging it all out.
Let me just count up.
No, you don't need to count up. They've done it. I haven't.
See.
I was doing well. I had this thing where I was like, knew what I was doing, and then I started to think about it, and then that's when I went wrong.
So we asked you to...
yeah, I know what it is now, dickhead.
Now, Sam, you dropped a ball, didn't you? Did you drop a ball?
Yes, yeah.
Did you drop any balls?
Nope.
She dropped a ball.
I don't think... I didn't,
Everyone saw you drop a ball. Oh, my God.
She dropped a ball into the... She dropped a ball into the right
I didn't
box.
drop a ball.
Man.
Did I drop a
OK,
ball?
let's just have a look in slow motion. This is very exciting.
No, they both dropped one.
So I won.
That means...
Got him a ball.
That means you both dropped 1 ball. 5 points, 5 points, no points. Go back and think about what you've done, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. And I have the utmost respect for the alopecia community.
Let's take a look and see what that's done to the scores. Harry and Tom have 4 points.
Yeah, but we've had fun.
Yeah.
OK, Judy and Joanne have 23. Susan and Sam have 26.
Oh.
I should really put my balls away. A big thank you to Adriana. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly, the show with the trickiest questions in TV since a BBC HR person asked Greg Wallace for a quick word. This next round is all about kids' TV. Dora the Explorer is now 25 years old. So what's next for Dora? Well, I'm guessing OnlyFans. Don't pretend you wouldn't look. OK, time for some kids' TV questions. For our first one, it's over to Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill.
Hi, Jimmy. I was delighted to return to the wonderful world of SpongeBob in the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. In preparation, I swatted up on the original show, but have you guys? Can your teams tell me the name of the location where SpongeBob and his pals live?
So Mark wants to know where SpongeBob lives.
Do you want to know something funny?
Yeah.
You know the starfish?
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. I thought he was a tongue. For years.
OK. Dick and Dom were ever present on kids' TV in the noughties, but what did they do in a Glasgow library, the Galleries of Justice, and a museum in Rome, which led to a ban in some schools?
I went to a Dick and Dom show once. Not what I thought it was going to be.
And that is a very good joke.
I'll take that from you.
Yeah.
Was actually the name of the show.
Well, now I can understand the mix-up.
Was the name of the show.
Did you get something?
Was the name of the show.
OK. American parents were left confused by what became known as the Pepper effect, but what was the Pepper effect?
Yeah, maybe it was.
Ooh.
I'm going to play you 3 sound bites from TV dogs. All you have to do is name them. This feels like a career low.
OK.
The hell am I doing with my life? OK, TV dog number 1. Dog number 2.
Affirmative, affirmative, affirmative.
Oh, yeah, no.
And here is the third one.
We're just innocent men.
OK, so 3 TV dogs. Let's play them again.
Affirmative, 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 affirmative.
We're just innocent men.
Tom, Harry, write down the name of a TV dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the game, Jimmy.
Well, if you could do it, that'd be great.
It's just a lot of dogs on TV at the moment. You know,
Jimmy, my friend told me that his dog is in Heat. I said I didn't know they were remaking it.
A joke from Sam, everyone. All right, we got answers?
Yeah.
Firstly, Mark Hamill wanted to know where SpongeBob SquarePants lives. Did you get this,
Sidcup.
we put Sidcup.
Very close, actually. Judy, Joanne, did you get this?
Well, neither myself or Judy are familiar with SpongeBob's work. Well,
OK.
I suggested Croydon. Judy added
on sea.
I'm interested to know what Susan and Sam wrote. What did you...
Well, Sam wrote a detailed Wikipedia page here.
I don't know what came over me. I wrote Bikini Bottom. His pal is Patrick. He works for Krusty Krab. He has a childlike wonder, which we need more of.
All true facts. OK, Bikini Bottom was the answer we were looking for. OK, I asked you what Dick and Dom got up to in the Glasgow Library, the Galleries of Justice and the Rome Motorbike Museum. What did you all get?
Burn them down.
Well, no wonder they're not on TV anymore. Judy, Joanne.
Well, we put they flashed their Dick and Dom.
Hard no.
Oh, shit.
No, OK. Susan, Sam, what do you got?
So we've got they spread gossip and dogfighting ring.
Well, the real answer is they played the game Bogies. Bogies was a game where you had to shout the word bogies as louder than your friend until one of you got kicked out. And it became a thing in schools and they banned it from schools.
Jimmy, you are so naive. That was their code when people were coming to stop the dogfighting. They go, bogies! Like, they... Honestly.
No points for anyone there. OK, I asked you what the pepper effect was. And I presume, Harry, Tom, you got this?
We thought it might be kids, like, spraying, like, mace, as in pepper spray, at people.
A very violent country.
It's a very violent place, America.
Let's go to Susan and Sam.
Yeah, we didn't know, but...
We think it's Peppa Pig. You know, too long at the top, got lazy, got complacent, and now Bluey is the new supreme character.
So, what was the pepper effect?
Just the effect that had on Peppa Pig.
What, she's like, started drinking, doing drugs?
She became used to the finer things, and it all just fell away.
Judy, Joanne, did you get this?
Well, I know this one. Peppa Pig is British.
Right.
And so these kids in other countries were they're talking like that, whatever way you sound.
Well, if you could do that, just do that all the time.
Talking like that. Or like a very Mary Poppins-y vibe.
Well, I can tell you, it was American children were watching so much Peppa Pig, they began to talk in British accents. That is the right answer.
It's the accent, yeah.
Yeah. Finally, in what I described as a career low, I asked you to name some TV dogs.
Oh, God.
Here's the first one. So who did you think that was?
Oh, the TV show?
Yeah.
Westminster
what
Dog Show.
OK, Joanne, Judy, who was that one?
Sooty.
Yeah, that sound of disgust is correct. Harry, Tom, did you get this?
Yeah.
Well, we said Scooby-Doo, but we're having swallowed a laptop.
Let's hear it again.
Yeah.
It's got caught between the vocal cords.
I can tell you that was Muttley from Wacky Races.
Don't know him at all.
OK, next one.
Affirmative, 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 affirmative.
Judy, Joanne, did you get this?
We said a dog in Doctor Who.
Yeah? What, did you name him?
I don't know. I don't watch Doctor Who.
Shit.
What's another name for a dog?
Bitch.
Oh, OK.
You think the dog in Doctor Who might have been called Bitch? Please. Another name for a dog. I'll give you it if you can get this. It's another name for a dog.
Right, bitch, doggy style.
It's like a name for a dog.
Puppy.
Canine.
Yeah, it's the right answer. Oh, did you get that?
We most certainly did.
Did you? What did you write?
Doctor Who dog in it, canine.
We had canine as well.
Great, well done. All right, and the third dog?
We're just innocent men.
Who's that? Judy?
Well, I was confused as to whether it was physical dogs or just gamey dogs, and you said it was a TV dog, and they're claiming innocence, so I said David Harbour.
David Harbour from Stranger Things that was married to Lily Allen?
Yeah.
So you think he might be that dog saying...
We're just innocent men.
Yeah. I think that's most certainly him.
That's his riposte to the album.
Yeah.
You are so close.
Oh.
Susan, Sam?
Oh, we got Brian from Family Guy.
It's not.
No.
I know, but what is the dog? So has anyone got the right answer?
Harry, do you get this?
We've got this.
Hacker.
Is the right answer, yeah.
Is it?
Wow.
Hacker control.
Doggy!
And there he is.
That doggy.
So at the end of that round, the scores are... Harry and Tom have 6 points. Judy and Joanne with 25. Susan and Sam have 28 points in the lead. We're going to take a short break now. I'm going to take Sam Campbell to the repair shop and find out if there's anything we can do to get him fixed. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly. Lord Reith once declared television's mission was to inform, educate and entertain. Well, none out of 3 ain't bad. This next round is all about drama. Crime drama The Sopranos broke the mould in the noughties. Tony Soprano was popular because he was so relatable. A wife, 2 troublesome teenage kids, an overbearing mother, problems at work with Big Pussy and Paulie Walnuts, a Gumar that wanted more, and around 100 murders on his conscience. We've all been there. Black Mirror's first ever episode featured a prime minister fucking a pig, and some claim it foretold the future. But do we seriously believe David Cameron fucked a pig? Yeah, we do. Top Boy was set in Hackney, and over 5 series, 77 characters were murdered. It was like a super gritty version of Traitors. All right, time for some more questions. Take a look at this headline from 2007. The party was advertised on MySpace with a theme of the party being a British TV show. What was the theme? I feel pretty confident from that laugh that Sam Campbell has nailed it.
That's
Perfect.
Brilliant. Well done, mate. Well done.
I worry with the hat people might think you're weird.
I think you're jealous of the hat. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a young Bob Dylan.
You would love to try on my hat.
I dare not dream. This hair's new. For our next question, it's over to actor and celebrity traitor star Ruth Codd.
Hi, Jimmy. I've been in a few horror TV shows, from The Midnight Club to Creep Show, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer was an early trailblazer for spooky TV. Fun fact, Buffy and her monster hunting friends stole their nickname from another TV show. What was their nickname?
OK, so Ruth wants to know what nickname Buffy's monster hunting group stole from another TV show. All right, time for a Say What You See now. All I want you to do is say what you see. And it's a dramatic TV moment, because it's the drama round. So just say what you see. Don't say it out loud. Quite satisfying when you get it, super annoying until you do.
Marvin Gaye, you don't know who that is?
I wouldn't recognise him.
Marvin?
It's Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, yeah.
What, yes?
Double diff? Is that double?
Second.
All right, take a look at this cringe-worthy moment from Succession, described as painful to watch and impossible to look away from. Take a look.
I need 5.
Down?
OK, all I want to know is, it's pretty awkward, What just happened? What had Roman just done?
I know this. Write it down.
Right, I've got some answers. You all ready?
Let's go, baby.
Tom, Harry,
Are you okay? Too okay? Because you're so still. You're like... Are you okay?
Frozen in time.
Oh. We zoned out.
Hello.
We zoned out for a minute.
OK. I asked you what the TV theme of a party was that wrecked a house back in 2007. What do you all think?
Keeping Up Appearances. What I had for my party.
Love that show.
OK. What have you gone for, Judy and Joanne?
Skins.
Skins. OK.
Judy said that like she like she had the information, so we believe ourselves to be correct.
Two answers here. You've gone with Susan?
I went with Skins because I'm correct, but my friend here went with... Say it.
Monarch of the Glen.
A Monarch of the Glen theme party you think caused £20,000 worth of damage?
It could have been more money, honestly. Those things get crazy.
OK, yes, I can tell you it was a Skins-inspired party. The cult Channel 4 show.
Yeah.
There they are. Look at that. Nicholas Hoult and Dev Patel. Points, no points. OK. So Ruth God wanted to know what nickname Buffy the Vampire Slayer stole from another TV show. What did you all put?
Peak Practice.
You think she called her gang Peak Practice?
Yeah. Well, you'd want to be the best, so Peak Practice sounds right?
OK. Judy, Joanne.
Well, we went for the most obvious. If you want to be a gang, and a bunch of women, it's going to be loose women.
OK. Suzanne, Sam?
We went with At Home with the Braithwaites.
OK, the answer was the Scooby Gang that they stole from Scooby-Doo.
Of course.
All right, I asked you to say what you see. Did you smash it?
We got it, yeah.
OK, well, let me see. Judy, Joanne, what did you put?
We have Jon Snow cheats death in the pub on Game of Thrones. Now, we obviously realise he probably didn't cheat death in a pub.
In a pub?
On Game of Thrones.
pub. So
But
you
what
got in.
We got in.
And then you added a pub.
Yeah.
OK, Harry, Tom, did you get this?
Yeah,
Jon Snow cheats death in Game of Thrones.
Sam, Susan, did you get it?
We got Jon Snow cheats death in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we all got it right. Yeah.
Nailed it. OK, great. Points, no points.
Look at Judy's face.
Why do you look so sad?
We tried so hard. We wanted to impress you, Jimmy.
No points.
God, you really enjoyed that, Jimmy.
Yeah. OK, I asked you what happened in the cringeworthy scene from Succession. What did you all put?
Didn't he send his dad a wanking video?
Very, very close. I think close enough. Susan, Sam?
You shockingly sent a photograph to his father, a photo of... Look, can you read that, please?
Oh, sorry.
You get the gist.
He
but-
shockingly sent the photograph to his father. The photo was of his knob.
I like the way you revealed that at the end. Yeah, that's... Wow. And you've put...
Just dick pic.
Points. Yeah. I can tell you that Roman accidentally sent a dick pic to his dad. We've all been there. OK, let's take a look at the scores. OK, so Harry and Tom, 8 points. Judy and Joanne with 27. Susan and Sam with 31. That's it for this part, and if you know anything about TV, you'll know this is the bit where you get pressured into buying things whilst I say something sexually inappropriate to a guest. See you in 5. Sam, come in. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Telly. You know Telly, that thing you occasionally glance at whilst doom scrolling. This round is all about TV's water cooler moments. Channel 4's Wife Swap was a huge hit. My girlfriend says she wants to swap me for a younger, more attractive man, which is fine by me. I'm just doing it bit by bit. Star Star Trek. If you enjoy Star Trek, why not join the thriving online community? They're called incels. OK, time for our last set of questions. OK, you ready?
Oh, you bet.
Loose Women has been known for its bizarre conversation topics. All I want you to do is fill in the blanks on these 3 genuine talking points. OK, is it OK to make a blank at a funeral? Has a ghost stolen your blank? Is your blank ruining your relationship?
That's nice.
Just fill in those 3 blanks. All right, this tutu cost $5 and was later sold at auction for $52,000. Why?
D? Could be. Go on then.
OK.
Let's see.
I've got quotes from 3 contestants on a British TV show. All I want you to do is name the show they're competing on.
Oh, God.
I can taste success in my spit when I wake up. I think outside the box. If I was an apple pie, the apples inside me would be oranges. My first word wasn't mummy, it was money. OK, and for the last question, it's over to Adi Adapitan.
Hi, Jimmy. As you know, TV presenting isn't as easy as it looks, especially when it's live. BBC newsreader Mariam Mashiri found out the hard way back in 2023 when she was forced to apologise for a private joke that went out live on air. Can your teams tell me what she did?
So Mariam Mashiri had to apologise for a private joke on live TV while reading BBC News. What was it? OK, is everyone finished? Right, so I have some answers. I asked you to fill in the blanks on these bizarre Loose Women topics. Judy, you're on Loose Women. What was the first one? Is it OK to make a blank at a funeral?
I think that was just like, you know, make a call at a funeral.
OK. The second one was, has a ghost stolen your blank? What do you put, Judy?
Virginity.
Has a ghost stolen your virginity? OK, great. Last one, is your blank ruining your relationship?
Is your vibrator ruining your relationship?
OK, you're on Loose Women. You were on one of those episodes and you've got all 3 of them wrong. Did anyone get these, Susan Sam?
I've been told to never trust one of the Loose Women. They'll feed you a Turkish delight and ask you to accompany them.
They're not actually loose. They are tethered.
OK, so is it OK to make a what at a funeral?
A joke.
OK,
Yeah,
what did you get for this, Harry, Tom?
Is it OK to make a sandcastle from the grave soil?
OK. Is it OK to make a TikTok at a funeral?
What the...
Oh, I saw that one.
Was I on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Second one, has a ghost stolen your... what did you put, Samson?
iPad.
iPad, not far off. Harry, Tom, did you get this?
Grandmother.
OK, has a ghost stolen your remote control, is what they discussed on the Loose Women. Is your blank ruining your relationship? Did you get this?
Yep. Is your childhood trauma ruining your relationship?
Harry, Tom?
Is your Lily Allen's ex, David Harbour, ruining your relationship?
I'd say he is, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, is your dishwasher ruining your relationship?
Oh, my...
Oh, wow.
Okay, so no one got any of those. All right, OK, so I asked you why this $5 tutu ended up selling for over $50,000. Did you get this? I go to our resident expert, Joanne McNally.
Yeah, so I'm a big Sex and the City fan, and I know that this tutu belongs to our very problematic icon, Carrie Bradshaw, that she wore on the bus in her promo video. Photo thing.
Exactly right, OK. Susan and Sam, I presume you got this?
We got it, worn by Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City.
OK. Tom, Harry, huge fans of the show.
Well, we thought I thought possibly it was lined with drugs or money. You know, it'd been worn by a drugs mule.
Yeah, like Nigel Havers.
Great callback. OK. I asked you what show these quotes came from. What did you think?
We said The Apprentice.
You said The Apprentice.
Because it was just so apprentice-y.
OK. Susan Sam?
We had Doc Martin.
And I said The Apprentice.
Did you write The Apprentice?
Have a look.
OK, yeah. So, all right, we've got the grown-ups taking control. Harry, Tom?
Well, we started off slightly off track, didn't we?
What did you say?
Spit the dog on the first one. Well, that's not a show, obviously. It's the star of a show. And then we realised it was The Apprentice, so we wrote it twice.
OK. You just get 1 point for that, but well done for writing it twice. Points all round. OK, so we wanted to know why a BBC newsreader was forced to apologise for a private joke. What did you all put?
Stuck her middle finger up.
Yeah.
Where?
Doesn't matter to you.
On the news.
She just stuck it up the news, didn't she?
OK, Judy, Joanne,
Yeah.
did you get this?
Basically told everyone to...
I said she told English to go fuck itself.
Yeah, OK. Susan, Sam, someone's written an essay, great.
Yeah, it was me. She flipped the bird as she was doing a countdown, which she thought was off air.
OK, well, let's take a look at the brilliant but ill-judged moment in all its glory.
From London, this is BBC News.
I mean, so good, right? The recovery's so good. Time now for our big, fat, final question. And to ask it, it's the return of TV legend. Please welcome back Mr. Blobby.
Love Blobby.
Hello, Blobby. OK, so Mr. Blobby is going to sing for us 3 iconic TV theme tunes, accompanied by our classically trained pianist. All you have to do is guess the show that they're from. OK, one after the other. Here is the first one. Go. God damn it, I said I wasn't going to cry. OK, second song, Blobby, take it away. It's very rare that a cover is better than the original. OK, third song. Take it away. Here we go. OK, so write down your answers. You've got 5 points for each. OK, so what have you got for the first one, Harry and Tom?
First one, the theme from the royal family.
Judy, Joanne, did you get it?
Yes. Did indeed.
Sam?
We most certainly did.
OK, so the next one, Judy, Joanne, did you get it?
We said Sopranos.
OK, what did you... Harry, Tom?
We already struggled with this, but we thought something jazzy might be...
Pointless.
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 You thought that was the theme for Pointless. OK, so close. Did you get it, Susan,
No,
Sam?
of course we did.
We said 2 Ronnie.
All right, So, and the last one, did you get this? Joanne, Judy?
Well, I'm confident in this one. We said Dawson's Creek.
Is the right answer.
Yes.
You went Dawson's Creek?
Yeah.
OK, Sam?
We most certainly did Dawson's Creek.
OK, so the first one was The Royal Family, the second one was Peaky Blinders, and the third one was Dawson's Creek. 5 points for each. Let's see what that's done to the final scores. OK, I can tell you that Harry and Tom have 20 points. A valiant attempt. Well done. Our runners-up with 40 points, Judy and Joanne. Which means the winners and the proud owners of the Big Fat Quiz trophy, thanks, Blobby, Susan Wokoma and Sam Campbell. You won. You've only gone and done it. That's it. A big thank you to our brilliant panel, special guests, and thank you for watching. I'm Jimmy Carr. This has been the Big Fat Quizzitelli. Good night. Blobby. Fuck's sake, Blobby. Jesus. I'll fucking end you, Blobby.